What is happening right now? Like when you
should that be the intro to this video? What's up, billionaires? Welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with my very good friend yogasavvy, and we're just gonna talk about some conspiracy theories. As you all know, I have these series illuminaTEA on my channel where we talk about all kinds of esoteric topics. So let me grab my phone. I got some topics on here for us. Oh yeah, and after this video, definitely go check out the one we did on her channel, all about YouTube.
We
and
spilled like hella tea.
Oh,
honestly.
so much.
Like I don't even, we don't even like talk on our channel. So
yeah.
Wait, I can't see.
The whole kettle.
So yeah, we spilled a lot of tea. We talked about what it's like being YouTubers, especially YouTubers that people don't know.
Yup. Yup. Soon we shall be there. Okay, so like the first thing I want to talk about, what do you think about flat Earth?
Oh, I hate talking about this. I'm gonna talk about it.
I know, because I feel like we might get like some hate for it, but it's like, hey, to each their own. To each their own.
So I think that the flat, I mean, I can't.
I'll tell you what I think about it.
Wait, what I'm gonna say was that, because I don't want, I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
okay. So I think that the world is flat.
Oh.
I think that it's also round. I think that it depends on what dimension that you're in.
Ooh, I like that.
So I also think that the whole like flat Earth concept was just brought to like with us basically.
Yeah, maybe to divide us even. No, you're good. I'll just leave it. Yeah.
Okay.
To just divide us even further and be like, you're a flat earther and I'm not.
Yeah.
We can't be friends.
Yeah. So I don't like resonate with like identifying with any of the beliefs.
Labels.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if that answers the question.
I mean, I like that answer actually.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard that perspective. Personally, I don't know.
I mean, it matters in the sense that like we've been lied to. If we've been lied to, like that matters.
Well,
but the actual like what it is doesn't matter.
But what really like convinced me was like when you look at the United Nations like logo, it's the flat Earth map, which is kind of crazy. And they say like Antarctica is like this ice wall. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm like quite 50-50 with it. But I love your perspective of like different dimensions. Like, I'm like, damn. I think like maybe 3D, 2D.
Yeah. So I think like it depends on what dimension you're in. 100%. Like it probably is a whole other shape in like the 11th dimension.
Yeah, like a dodecahedron.
And like
I like that answer. That's pretty good.
So it's like I believe in like all of the above. Yeah. But also I think that there is something hiding from us, like in Antarctica.
Dude, for sure. Like if you just Google like the Antarctica Treaty, it's like most main nations came together and signed a document called the Antarctica Treaty, basically saying that no one is allowed into Antarctica. And literally all planes fly around it. Yeah. So it's just like, what are they hiding there?
I know. And it's like Russia's involved, and anything Russia is involved in. Like, no offense, like if you're Russian, like because also the American government is just like a whole other thing. And I'm American. I don't identify with the American government.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're not Trump, you know. No. That's why when I travel, I barely say I'm American.
I know, it's embarrassing. Yeah. I say I'm from California.
I'll be like, je suis Swedish. I'm Swedish.
Yeah, everybody thinks I'm Irish when I'm traveling.
That's funny.
Oh, you are fully Irish? Like,
not fully, no. Like Irish, Swedish, Italian. Okay,
yeah. I'm like Italian, Dutch, German, a mixture of lots of other
months.
Yeah.
Okay, the next topic is Area 51. I feel like this is kind of like the Antarctica thing where like it's a disclosed area where no one's allowed in, and it's just like makes you think, what are they hiding?
Where all our alien friends are at.
Yeah.
Like I've heard, I don't know if you've seen like anything like on Gaia, which like I'm not trying to like shout out Gaia right now because like
I don't know how I feel about Gaia.
I have like a conspiracy theory about Gaia.
Same.
Like I don't really want to with them. So I don't know whether they actually mention this in there or not because like they're sketchy. But
anyways, what do you believe about it?
Well, like they were talking about how they have like a bunch of interviews of people that work. Right? Wasn't it? Did you see any of these videos?
I don't think so.
I might be wrong. They might have been talking about a different Area 51. a different area is what I was gonna say. But like, there's like people that have worked in there that come and they talk about like extraterrestrial beings that they've met and had to work with, and like they basically bring humans in there to do studies on them.
Wow, yeah.
And so yeah, there's like people that are coming out and like speaking about it, and like Gaia was one of the people that like really like pushed that forward. Okay. So I don't know, but I have like really mixed emotions about Gaia.
Yeah, Gaia is weird. So like I know David Wilcock and like Corey Good, they were like the main stars of Gaia, and probably some of our viewers are familiar with what we're talking about because it's kind of involves those same kind of subjects. But yeah, recently, what's his name, David Wilcock resigned. He gave in a letter of resignation, and I read the letter, like it was on his Twitter or something, and it just talked about basically mainstream news, media, government, whatever, infiltrated Gaia and basically started changing their content to basically push their agendas of what they wanted to feed society. Yeah. And if you go back in like Gaia's like channel, you can kind of see where it changes and where the pivot kind of happens, because they're putting out this quality information, and I really took a lot of it as quality in the beginning, but then it just, the energy changed. I think there was like good
intentions, but I also like, I mean, I don't know any of this for sure, this is all just conspiracy, but like I don't even know that I trust like the original owners of Gaia, because I had like a direct experience with them basically. So like maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, I used to be a part of a group called California Consciousness, and we were getting like kind of some like momentum. We started to build, like there was just basically like free festivals that we would put on with like yoga and like vegan food and all kinds of stuff like that. Well, Gaia hadn't launched their like Gaia TV, or it was like just launching at the time, and they reached out to us and they wanted to know like the ins and outs of how we built our event, and like they kept pretending like they wanted to be like collaborating with us, but then they would just like take our information and like do other stuff with it. And so that was why I originally had like not a really good vibe.
And that's like a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. And so I remember like they gave us like logins to like go and watch all their stuff. They wanted us to promote it. And, like I know that like at the end of the day it's a business and they're trying to be successful, and you know, it just was kind of like we weren't like a big thing. We were just like this small event that like was successful, and they were trying to like
take
get what they could. Yeah, or copy directly what we were doing.
Wow, that's crazy.
Which is fine, because you know, no tea or anything, but lots of people have done that now, and so you know, it's fine. You gotta be a trendsetter. Just take it as a compliment when people copy you, because that's it's the biggest form of flattery, right?
Yeah, exactly. Pretty crazy how the community in LA has changed so much. Like that's how we met. We met through kind of through Instagram, but not really. Like I feel like it was through the conscious community out here, because you were doing like lots of yoga for that, and I was just kind of like running around.
I actually remember like the first time I met her, she slipped, like I was like walking in my own world or something, and she comes up and it's like this girl with like, she had like a whole strong, like a strong, like full on, and she just goes, "Hey Savvy," and I didn't know who she was. I did not know who she was, and like she's like, "Hey Savvy," and just like says it to me out of nowhere, and I was like, like, what happened?
I think I remember that.
It was like a subtle, like we like walked past each other, like we didn't stop. Not at all. She just kept going, "Hey Savvy."
That's creepy.
I'm like,
that's awesome. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, but that's like the first memory I think I have.
That's fun.
But yeah, it's kind of cool. Like in LA, everybody kind of knows everybody.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for the community for sure. But it's definitely changed to a point where I don't consider myself a part of those groups anymore for certain reasons, and I think we both know why. No tea at all.
No more of that. Let's not talk about any of them anymore.
Yeah,
we don't want to associate with that.
That's old news.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, what's our next little topic? We got Atlantis. What do you think about Atlantis?
I think I lived there at one point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like for sure. I definitely. Do you think it's still like?
I feel like we still have these portals on the earth.
Yeah.
Where
do
they
you think
used
it's
to be
in another dimension now?
See, like my next thing on the list was the Bermuda Triangle. So I feel like those kind of go hand in hand. A lot of people say that like the Bermuda Triangle, like down near Cuba and Florida, is actually a result of the fall of Atlantis. And that the fall of Atlantis created this inverted portal that sucks people into. Yeah, I don't know.
That makes a lot of sense. So do you think like Amelia Earhart is like in there?
Yeah, like what if she's chilling with that aliens right now?
Yeah, like I think that like.
Because like all these planes go missing, you know?
I honestly think like something like Atlantis and like honestly like the Mayan culture and the Egyptians, I think the same thing happened to all of them. I think one of two things. Either they get wiped out and they still like shift into another dimension, or they're just like ascending. Does that make sense? I don't even know. Like basically, like the reason why all these like super spiritual, like woke groups of people that come about, like I'm not just talking about like the LA spiritual people, I mean like legit like Egyptians that have like, these crazy like rituals and stuff. But I think that like they ascend, and then that's why they get wiped out. And then like usually they ascend when it's getting the most chaotic. So like right now, like for all of us light workers, like a lot of us are feeling like ascension symptoms and stuff like that.
Like they're saying we're in like the golden age again, like it's come around. And
and so like what's happening right now is we're about to shift into like 5D, but also simultaneously with so many people waking up, there's also like a mass like issue with like people going back to sleep in a sense. And so I think that like, you know, like the United States especially, it's about to like about to get I don't even know, like stuff's about to go crazy in the United States. Like we all know it, like you know, and I think that it's kind of like building, you know, to this like head that's just about to burst. And I think that when that happens, that even though like there's a chance of like, you know, crazy stuff happening in this physical dimension, like literal like bombs and like natural disasters and stuff like that are gonna occur at the same time as when we are ready to like ascend.
I feel that,
so it's like a same thing. That cycle's gonna just keep going.
Like a symbiotic relationship with the earth. I feel that, and I definitely think like things are definitely changing. Like I don't trust banks, you know what I mean? Like I have some of my money in the bank, but most of it like at home, and I like that feeling.
Don't tell it.
Right, like of security. But like I've also been like investing in cryptocurrency and stocks, because it's like we have to understand that like we are truly going paperless.
Fiat currency is like not going to be a thing very soon here.
And but then again, like I also think about like technology, and like, you know, like right now we got like lights and cameras, and like we're hooked up to like outlets. Like what if they just pull the plug and turn off electricity on us?
Or like,
you know,
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly. And like all our Wi-Fi routers are hooked up into the outlets, so if they just turn that off.
And everything's kind of shifting to Wi-Fi too, and like there's this big thing right now about getting like I think it's like is it 5G or 4G or something like that?
I don't know. It was like 3G, and then it went like 5G.
So like the bigger one, like a lot of people say like a lot of bad things about it, and like we literally don't know like how like any of that is
because I think they were saying how like the 5G towers, they're like the Gwen towers and stuff, and that's like hurting us physically.
Like radioactive.
But this is why I've also been like buying a lot of like solar energy, like first of all like investing in solar like stocks, solar power companies, as well as like there's a lot of cannabis companies that just went public on the stock market, investing in those, but literally getting like solar power panels that have like USBs in them, you know, is because like
a good idea.
I feel like we have so many movies about the apocalypse, you know, and I feel like people have a different idea, you know, of what that means to them. But to me, I think it's going to be more about the technology than anything. So the thing that would hurt us the most, not a bomb, but pulling the plug on our electricity.
Like our livelihood.
Exactly, because we're all so plugged in.
It's kind of hard because it's like, you know, we all kind of like know that this is something that like could be happening, but we also don't want to like feed into it.
No, you can't have fear about it. This is just information. This is to empower you, not to give you fear at
100%. And like that's why I think that there are so many movies and stuff like that are like pointing to this, because just like the whole theory of like how Trump came into office, like, which I know we don't really want to get too political right now, but I'm just gonna say that like, you know, like having, you know, it shows like a bunch of stuff that happens like on The Simpsons happens.
Oh my gosh, I did a whole video about that. The Simpsons predictions.
So like,
crazy.
But a lot of that is like, you know, using like this collective consciousness that we can tap into, and by us seeing it and getting used to it, you know, there's so many things that we've seen as a kid that have like manipulated our brains to make things happen now.
Absolutely.
Because we create our reality.
I believe whatever we're watching or tuning into is what we're creating. Completely. So that's why I try not to watch any mainstream news or CNN or any of that stuff, because that's just like a joke. It's just a joke. Okay, the next thing on our list is Men in Black. What do you know about the Men in Black? They're actually coming out with a whole new movie about the Men in, like literally called Men in Black. Or there's been like
another one, like Will Smith is about to be
I think so. I think this is the fourth. He's interesting because he's like woke, but he's like high up there. So I'm just like,
But I think I feel like there is like two sides of like the media, you know? There's like the Beyonce, Jay-Z side, and there's like the Kanye West, like Will Smith side, if that makes sense.
I feel you. I kind of feel like it's as one, you know what I mean?
And I think with like all of the marriages that have happened and things like that, it's kind of like shifted things, you know? Like I think like someone like Kim Kardashian is someone who's definitely been involved with like the Illuminati and things like that. And I think that, do you want to get really like dive in right now?
We're doing it. This is
so
illuminaTEA.
I think that like Kanye West has been with by the Illuminati like so many times that he's like sick of it. Like I think they killed his mom. I think that like loads of things have happened to him. I think they broke his jaw. I think like loads of things like that have happened, and don't come for me.
They're watching.
But like, okay, like the union of like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West is like two people that really want to be like really famous and make all the money in the entire world. And so obviously they come together like on that same vibration and frequency. But then like Kanye West is very much one to like do his own thing. Yeah. Which so is Kim. Like she like kind of like is the one, like she was like the first person to like make contouring big and like stuff like that. And so she has a big like, she likes to do things different too. But like I think his mental state is like, he's been so egoic for so long that he doesn't know how to like fully step into his like spiritual self. So I feel like that's kind of like what we're seeing right now. It's like he was also on like loads of medication, which like people, I can't stop saying.
No, you're good, dude. But yeah, like I saw his like whole like speech, like he did that like a concert or something, and he like kind of freaked out, and then he was like admitted to the hospital.
Lied to you. Like, I'm like
really spilling tea.
Spilling tea.
I do think he has sold his soul.
100%.
Because a lot of these people that are in the Illuminati, the reason like his mom died, you know what I mean? Like that's not an accident. Yeah, exactly. Like if you look at the list of people who are supposedly in the Illuminati, we're gonna use lots of air quotes here. If you look at the list, there's always one person that's very close to them that dies. And this is called sacrifice, because to get into this little satanic club, you have to sacrifice.
Do you think that it's possible though that like once you're in it and like you're living in it and stuff like that, that like eventually if you change your mind and you want out, like,
see, that's the thing.
What would you do?
There is no way out.
So that's what I think is happening to him.
Yeah, because they're realizing what they actually
so he's gonna try and pull like a Michael Jackson on all of this and like get out as much as he can. But he's so in that egoic like mindset. He doesn't know how to like say things. Like properly.
A lot of these celebrities, I feel like, I mean, how they control them the most is they divide their personality. So they have split personality disorder. So it's like there's so many different parts of them. Like if you just look up like alter egos and stuff, like Beyonce has Sasha Fierce and Nicki Minaj has Roman, and like it just, the list goes on. But I feel like that's so like how they control them.
What do you like Cardi B? What do you think?
No, see, like she was if you watch my MK Ultra video, like she has so many malfunctions.
You think?
Yeah. Wow, my ears are ringing right now. I get my ears start to ring sometimes when like that's my messages.
Yeah, I feel that. But like, why is she talking so much about like tax, and like she talks about she goes live on Instagram every once in a while and like talks about some real shit, and I'm like,
she was like there's audio for like on a podcast like saying there's people in my head and sometimes I make noises and I don't know why, like.
Oh, I got chills. You see what I mean? So it's like, I think some people are like under control, like unknowingly almost.
See, I believe that.
Not fully, like they make agreements, like I'm gonna do this and I want this, and they'll sign things, but I don't think they realize like what they're actually
I don't think they do, because their ego, like that part of them wants the fancy cars and the fancy clothes in the house so bad that it ignores that other part of like, oh hey, I like want to keep my soul. Crazy. Okay, what else we got? Oh, well, Men in Black. So like, we got on a tangent. I think there's a lot of videos of these Men in Black. You know, we have these movies about the Men in Black, but I don't think that's any kind of coincidence. These bald guys in suits that almost look identical, and a lot of people say they don't look human, and their skin looks plastic. They show up whenever someone sees like a UFO, and they come and they swipe their memory. Like in the movies, they have that little stick of where they swipe the memory.
This is called a neuralizer. It's a gift from some friends from out of town. This red eye here will isolate the electronic impulses in your brains, and more specifically the ones for memory. Oh, that's good, fellas. Give me a splay burn around the perimeter with holes at 40, 60, and 80 meters from right here. Thank you. That's good. Thank you.
What in the hell is going on?
Excellent question. And the answer you're looking for lies right here.
Who are you? Really?
Really? I am just a figment of your imagination. I'm serious, fellas. You're lucky to be alive after a blast like that.
What blast?
The underground gas main, genius. You fellas need to exercise a lot more caution before discharging your firearms. I'll tell you that right now. Especially you.
That it actually exists. Like,
I haven't seen any pictures of that.
It's nuts. Like, have you seen the Men in Black movies?
Yeah. But not like...
Yeah, they have like the little gadget. Yeah.
But what are these bald guys you're talking about? You can cut
They are the Men in Black.
What?
Yeah. So say I just like saw a UFO and I'm like
looking out the window, waiting for someone to walk up.
Oh my god, imagine.
Like every time I talk about conspiracy theories, I like freak out for like days.
You can't put out that.
Not literally, but I'm like looking, I'm like waiting.
You're cute.
Like I'm literally nobody. Like it's like there's like so much bigger people that are like talking about this stuff that like it's not even a big deal.
Oh yeah, like Shane, like I'm surprised he's alive, but he is, you know what I mean? So that's what gives me hope. But yeah, like say I just saw a UFO, like, and I'm like filming YouTube video, like guys, guess what I just saw? Like I just saw a UFO outside my window, like, and I get a knock on my door, and it's like these two bald guys, like in hats, like I'll insert pictures and stuff, but
you got a knock on your door.
No, but I'm saying like what? She's like, oh my god, really?
I was like, what? We need to talk about this. Like, are you sure we should tell them this?
No, but like I think like there's videos of like these guys coming into like hotels, and I think Shane had it in a video or something, where these guys just walk in, and a lot of people said they didn't look human, they had no hair, their skin looked plastic, and they looked identical.
So it's super weird. Like when I was in Sedona a few years back,
That's quite a vortex.
Yeah,
I want to go there.
It is. It's very much like if you want to see an alien, that's probably like a good place to go to do it. I was on a lot of mushrooms, I will say, but I still think this is real.
Of course.
So we went on this hike, and like we all went up, and it was like a group of us, and like everybody that we were with were like super high vibrational beings, and like we were all like, you know, vibing on the same medicine. And so anyways, we sat down and we were doing like long Ekankars, which if you don't know what that is, in Kundalini yoga you do like mantras, and it's Ekankar. It's like this long, it's so epic to do, especially in Sedona, because there's all these like we went up to it's called the airport vortex, I think it's called. And so you go up, and it's like this big flat rock, and then you look around and you see two sunsets, because there's like the way that the sun sets on one side, it reflects on the other. It was the craziest. I need to probably...
Y'all hear this?
Like, I'm like wondering now, I'm like, was I just tripping? But like, everybody was saying it. Like everybody, there were other people there that weren't on medicine. So.
Wow.
And so anyways, we're like up in this vortex, we're like chanting these long Ekankars, and we literally did it for like 10 minutes straight. And like, when I opened my eyes, I like look, and next to me and Jack was these two beings.
Wow.
You can't, like, I can't even describe their face to you, because they kept putting their hoods back. And then like it wasn't like they just sat, like we were all of us facing in one direction, and like chanting these long Ekankars, and like literally like if we're sitting this way, they were like next to us like this, like just staring at us. Like
giving you downloads or just like chilling?
I don't know what they were doing. I think they were more curious. Oh, is that good?
Okay, we're back.
It's fine, it was just the aliens coming in to communicate.
For real, that's kind of weird that like we start talking about aliens and the camera's
literally talking about like a direct alien encounter.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were just like coming up to us, super interested in what we were doing, and then like the lady that was there, she starts speaking in like a different language. Like it sounded almost like a Brazilian accent, but she was not.
Like not Earth.
I don't know what language she was speaking, and then like all of a sudden she like like shook it off a little and then like start speaking in English.
Wow, I got chills.
Yeah. So that was super weird. But I forgot why I was saying that.
I don't know. It's all divine.
Oh, because they were wearing those hoods.
Yeah.
And they were just being super weird. Wow. And so I'm wondering if it was like anything correlated to like the Men in Black. Or,
oh,
like,
I don't think so.
Like
that sounded like benevolent, you know?
Alien.
Yeah. These guys are like
but
the
it
ones
was weird because they were like
up.
really curious about us, and that's the thing. I think there are like a lot of like alien races that are like super curious.
Yeah, and scared too. I feel like they're more scared of us than we are of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't think that they were like scared.
I mean, look at what they're doing. Like if you did you see that?
But
meme?
I don't think I have a theory that it's not humans that are doing what they're doing to this. I think that it is like the reptilians and like the grays and stuff like that. That
for sure. Yeah, it's not just humans
attacking us. And being,
it's funny when people think that it's just humans here because it's absolutely not.
I know. I'm not 100% sure that I'm human.
Yeah. It's like
really
what is human? We don't know. That's the thing. We just believe what we've been told.
I honestly think that like white people are aliens. like really though, like look at like, you know, like anybody who's like native, like Mayan heritage or like, you know, African American.
Yeah, like the natives.
They look and act like mildly different. Like white people are so awkward. Like have you ever seen like a white dad try and dance? Like, do you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like obviously not all of us. Like I'm very much being like kind of racist towards my own race, but like
for sure.
But like there are some that you're like, what is that? Yeah. My belief is that like we literally know nothing, and so like even when you think you know something, like you literally don't.
Yes, I agree with that for sure, 100%. The last thing was cloning. So what are your thoughts on cloning?
Ooh, okay. I think it definitely happens. I think there's a lot of clones. I think that a lot of in the music industry, there's a lot of clones. You know, the whole speech that you're talking about, where he's like saying like Jay-Z, don't come for me, like all that. I think that they cloned him then, and I think that when they clone them or when they mess with them, they always add this other theory for the conspiracy. Conspiracy. What is it again?
illuminaTEA.
illuminaTEA. I'm like, where's the T?
Conspiracy tea.
Okay, so I think that whenever they like mess with them as a trademark, they bleach their hair blonde.
Oh yeah, dude. If you watch my MK Ultra video tonight. So basically, whenever they have done like new testing or something, I don't know if it's on purpose, but it bleaches their hair.
Like Kanye West, after he came out of that, first thing, his first appearance was on the red carpet, wearing all jeans, wearing his hair blonde, and he had like ice blue eyes. And like Justin Bieber got freaked out recently. Like he canceled his whole tour. He said he's going to church. Like there was like a whole thing like that. He was like, hello?
Hey,
what is happening right now?
Love you.
So yeah, there was like loads of people that went down with. Miley Cyrus is another one. She's back. So like plugged into the Matrix again. I feel like they break away for a little bit and then they don't know what to do with themselves and come back.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Yeah. I also think it's like, what if there's just a closet of like Kanye 1, Kanye 2, Kanye 3, Kanye 4? Like it's like we don't know.
Oh, I feel horrible.
We just don't know. And it's like we've cloned Dolly the sheep back in like the fucking 90s, and like Barbara Streisand just cloned her dog. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like cloning is definitely here, and you just look at GMOs.
Song?
What?
Something's like Barbara Streisand. I
don't think so.
I'm gonna send it to
I'll
you.
insert it if it's copyright free. Alright, I think this video is definitely long enough.
Wait, I have one more theory.
What?
I have one more theory. This is like really crucial. Cut out another one for
what?
this one.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that there's like, it's kind of on the topic though. Like, outside of like just cloning, I think that like AI is something that's being brought into our awareness a lot lately.
For sure.
And I think that, we can end it with this. I think that Elon Musk is like partially AI.
Well, I mean, I do think it's possible to create something very exciting in electric aircraft. I think there's probably going to be a lot that happens in genetics and in human-machine brain interface, like essentially a cyborg brain interface. I think there's some pretty...
The so-called singularity?
Singularity, well, that's sort of more relating to deep AI. It's something I think we should be concerned about, because that may or may not turn out well.
Yeah. You've expressed your reservations about AI and your fears about that.
Yeah, I think the singularity is probably the right word, because we just don't know what's going to happen once there's intelligence substantially greater than that of a human brain.
Yeah. And do you think...
Because he keeps talking about it and he keeps trying to like convince people how it's going to be good for us and that it doesn't have to be fully out
Same with
there.
Mark Zuckerberg, and like he looks like a robot, like lizard, like can't drink water.
Yeah, like they can't function, like they can't human.
Yeah.
Like I always say I can't human, but
Elon Musk, I don't know about that one, just because he's putting out a lot of more like woke information, rather where like Mark Zuckerberg, I feel like he's more of the puppet. But I mean, anything can be, we just don't know. That's the thing, we just don't know.
That's the difference though. I think there's clones that is like not really like under your own physical control. Like if there was a clone of me, I don't think that would be under my direct control.
No, not at all, but it could have all your
AI downloads that they can put into me, like I can choose to put into me, I think can like upgrade me. And
exactly. Like I think it was like 100,000 people in Denmark have already been microchipped or something.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like,
don't microchip.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do vaccines.
No.
Just wrap everything up. Don't do vaccines. No. Don't eat GMOs. Like, you know, it's organic. Yeah, just like try to be like the best version of yourself, because honestly, like these vessels are an absolute gift.
Yep.
It's a gift. Like we're given this like space to live in, and so like why would you abuse that?
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, don't sell your soul to
don't do it. Alright, well go check out the video that we did on her channel all about YouTuber
all kind of stuff. It was like all over the place. You'll like it. Just come hang out with me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll have her stuff linked in the description, so yeah, go check that out. Give this a kitty like, pouce bleu pour moi s'il vous plaît. And subscribe for more content. Okay. Bisous, ciao. That was cute.
I think we're in focus. I feel like really off balance here. I feel like really, you know what I mean? That like there's a chance that like when the whole Kanye West, to go back to that, like when the whole Kanye West thing, when he was like coming out like talking
to this portal and then spits them out.
Whoa.
Hello.
Should we come closer maybe?
Should I zoom out a little bit?
Have you seen the meme of like...
Yeah, it looks like that dog.
We ain't on no government list. We straight don't exist, no names and no fingerprints. Cause we see things that you need not see, and we be places that you need not be. So go with your life, forget the Roswell crap. Show love to the black suit, cause that's the men in...